So welcome to the 308 Sniper Killhouse Arena, Saturday the 18th. We've got the APA in playing with us today. Still having those gremlins, can't get it on Facebook for some reason, but we are on YouTube and Twitch. So jump on the stream, have a chat with us, let us know what you think in the comments. First game will be starting in about 5 to 10 minutes. Players are just getting themselves ready. So the marshal's just sorting out the in-game GoPro, as you can hear on the radio, and then we'll be getting out and doing the first game. So a couple of minutes and we'll be out for the first game. Okay, so we're getting ready for the first game of the day. Players are just getting out into the arena now. So a few more minutes and we'll be getting going. So this is a team deathmatch. So this game is just a nice warm-up to get them started. Just a case of holding your half of the arena. So it's all about the respawns here. Team with the most number of respawns will lose. So we're just waiting for them to all get into their positions. We've got the green team are in the lower half of the arena, which is the safe zone end, and we've got the red team, or the blue armbands, up in the top half. But if you've not watched the stream before, the arena is all asymmetrical, so there's no advantage or disadvantage to being one end or the other. We've got 11 players, so it's 5 versus 6. I'll have a count up in a second, see who's got the team of 6. So it looks like we've got, who have we got in today? We've got Kim, Matt, Tommy, Kai, Ricky, Robert, Simon, Lucy, Martin, Bodge and Tyler. All the APA crew, so should make an exciting day. Last player's just entering the arena now. And then we'll be able to get the game started. So we've definitely got 5 green players. Just checking how many red players we've got. So the green team have 6 players, and the blue or red team have 5 players. So we'll see how these games shape up. It was a bit one-sided last night. Greens dominated the whole night, but new set of players. So let's see how we get on today. Okay, and that is game on, game on. You see the targets are flashing there as the game starts, and off they go. Pretty quick start by both teams. They're both pretty quick out there. Let's see who's first to respawn. Green were first to respawn, but blue shortly behind. As you see, as they're coming back to the respawn there, you'll see the white light on the wall. There's actually a button there that they press to respawn, so we can see whether they're actually pressing it or not, or whether they're pretending to press it. So far everyone has actually pressed it correctly. So what that will do is, on our screen, that will count how many respawns each team has got, and at the end of the game we'll confirm how many respawns each team has. Obviously the team with the most respawns loses, and we are getting through some respawns. They are getting through it rapidly. They're all going hardcore today. I think they're going to burn themselves out by about 12 o'clock at this rate, but it makes interesting viewing. They are flying around. There's another couple of them back there in the respawn. So it's a 5-second respawn, so they're pressing the button. They should be waiting a full 5 seconds. This is their first game out, so we're just keeping an eye on them, see who's not abiding to the 5 seconds. So far it looks like most of them are abiding to the full 5 seconds. We always get the odd airsoft that struggles to count to 5. So how's it looking? I think greens have definitely seemed to be respawning more at the moment, but both teams are respawning quite rapidly. And as I say, that red's now got a full spawn, so I think it's going to be there's going to be a lot of respawns in this game. It's certainly going to be up there. don't think we've seen quite so many respawns in the first opening game. Yeah, there's plenty of hits going on there. Being pretty honest with these hits, they're going in hard. This first time most of them have played the arena as well. I think there's a couple that have played it before. Kai's played before up there. And I think Bodge might have done as well actually, but I think the rest, it's all their first time out there. So 3 minutes gone. It's a 10-minute game, so we got 7 minutes remaining. So let us know in the chat if you're watching. Let us know who you think might win this game. Are the blues or the greens going to take it? Looking at the amount of respawns, it did look like greens were respawning more, but now definitely blues are piled up in their respawn. The respawns have got 3 exits, so it's should be almost impossible to get pinned in your spawn. We tell people to move around. They shouldn't be staying in one place for more than 5 seconds anyway. But there's 3 ways out of the spawn, so you've got plenty of options to get out of there without getting spawn killed continually. So it does encourage fluid movement. But this is the warm-up game. They've gone in hard. There's a few people holding on to their sides and bit where they've had a few hard shots. So, but they're all still moving pretty quickly. There's some brave souls out there in short sleeves as well. Not sure I'd want to play in a t-shirt. I know it's hot, but their arms are going to be peppered by the end of the day. Especially with 11 quite aggressive players, so they're all playing quite hard today. And there's a whole mixture really. We've got some long rifles in there, we've got some pistols in there, we've got some HPA users. There's a bit of everything going on. I don't know what that gun is in the blue respawn, so that's the bottom left hand corner. I think that's Martin in there. It's quite a long rifle for CQB. Almost looks a bit. The top row on it looks a bit like a FAMAS. I'm not sure what it is he's running there. It might be a FAMAS. It's certainly a long rifle for CQB. But if it works for him, that's all good. So even though the lights are on this game, you'll notice that some of the cameras are in black and white. That's just because the arena is quite a dark arena naturally. We have a total of 6 strip lights. Oh, that was a nice trade-off on the top right-hand corner there. I don't know if anyone see that. But yeah, we have 6 strip lights that light the arena when the lights are on, like they are at the moment. Obviously the safe zone ends are quite well lit. And then the opposite corners are lit, but the centre mass is still quite darkish up there, so the infrared on the cameras cuts in. But this is quite a fast-paced game. But I think greens are probably pipping it now. Greens are taking quite a good position. Blues are, I think all 5 of them are in their spawn at the moment. They're just pushing out again now. But if I had to guess, I'd say we're quite often wrong on this. Will was commentating the other night and thought he got it right and was wrong, and it happened to us the first time with the mics. Sometimes we see it differently, so it'd be interesting to see. But I think green are going to win this one. They're certainly respawning less in my mental count, so let's see if I can add up or not. Yeah, I think greens have got a nice defensive position. They seem to be working quite well together, although 3 of them have just come in their respawn, so this might give Reds the opportunity to move out if they push out. I think Reds might have felt a bit dominated there, but they did take out all the Greens, and the Greens are back at their spawn, so now's Red's chance, or Blue. We call them the Red and the Green team because that's the colour of the targets, but unfortunately we chose blue armbands just to confuse matters. But yeah, the Blue or the Red team, whatever you want to call them, are starting to push out now. Greens are, 3 of them are back in the spawn. So we're about 7.5 minutes in, 7.5 minutes gone, so we've got 2.5 minutes remaining. So we're about 3/4 of the way through the game at the moment. If you're watching, let us know in the chat who you think's going to win this game. I think it's going to be the blue team or the green team. It does look like they're all out of their spawn areas now, so hopefully Red are having a bit of a push now as we enter the last minute and a half. So we're in the last minute of the game. So 10-minute games we generally run here. So we're in the last 50 seconds now. Red are all back in their spawn again, or blue. They are all back in their spawn. They're starting to push out. We've got some. Well, we did have some green in the in there as well, but they're all back out now. A couple of reds actually still in the spawn. So last few seconds of the game, 15 seconds left. Let's see who pushes out. I think green are going to win this. Red have spent far too much time in their spawn area. They're constantly respawning. Green have been pushing hard. I think green are going to win this, but let's see what the final scores are. Now the scoreboard says green team win on reveal time, but that's because the game mode was set to a 2-shooter flip, but we won't know the final score until the marshal comes out and confirms with me the number of respawns, so we'll check on the counters in just a moment, and let's see who's won that game. Okay, so yeah, that was a green win. Greens won with 52 respawns, and red had 79 respawns. So there was a difference there of 27 respawn difference. So that was quite a good game. I think Greens definitely dominated there. But on the next round, they'll swap it around, and we'll see how we get on. See if Green can keep up their winning streak. The last few streams, actually, Green have been the more dominant team. So even though it's all different players, maybe Green is the winning lucky team to be on. So let's see how they fare on the next round. Players are just getting hydrated and reloaded, and we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes with the next round. Okay, so next game is going to start in a couple of minutes. Just getting the players ready to go out. So this will be the same game again. Team deathmatch. And they're just going to swap ends this time. See if Greens can still hold it. So come on, Reds, on this game. You need to step up your game and push a bit harder. Get out of that spawn and see if you can fight back against the Greens. Okay, so the players are ready to go out. They're just loading up their final bits of their mags, and then we'll be in the arena in the next sort of minute. Okay, so just one more player to get out in the arena and then we'll be ready to go. Let's get the arena cams up here. So let us know in the chat who you think is going to win. Blue team or the green team. So exactly the same game as last time, they're just swapping ends. So we've got the blue team are down at the safe zone end and the green team are up the far end of the arena. Not that they should make any difference. The arena is completely symmetrical, so it won't make any difference as to what end they start from, but some people feel there's a difference one end to the other. So let's see how they get on this round, see if green can keep up the dominance or whether the red stroke blue team can claw it back. Let us know in the chat who you think is going to win this one. So the marshal's just having a final chat with them in their spawns, making sure they're all ready to go. The marshal is actually taking the high vis off, so the marshal's going to take a pistol and just try and help the blue stroke red team out. Just to try and even it out, see if it helps at all. Obviously, blue are the team, or blue or red, whichever you want to call them. They are only on 5 players, and green have 6. And green did dominate the last round by 27 respawns. So the marshal is going to try and level out the team a little bit and keep an eye on proceedings as well. Obviously, we marshal by camera as well, so the marshal in the arena is mainly there for safety. So we check all the hit takes, we check all the spawning from up here in the comms room. But here we go. The game is about to start, and that is game on. So they're flying out. Let's have a look, see who starts pushing first. So first to respawn is the blue team again. So that's definitely 1-0 to the blue team. We have a green player. I don't think he's been shot. He's come back to his respawn to... it looks like he's got a jam pistol there. So there we go. We've now got the first green player respawning. And yeah, hopefully Reds can have a better round this round now that we've got 6v6 in effect. And it looks like... one of the greens there, yeah, still has a pistol issue. He's trying to... Oh, serious. He's got his gloves off. So he's he's frantically trying to clear that. So let's have a look. I mean, there's certainly a lot less respawns on this round. I think now they've found the arena a little bit. So a lot of them, this is their first time playing in the arena. This is the new rebuilt arena. It's completely asymmetrical, so there's no advantage or disadvantage from starting one end to the other, although some people still think there is, which is really an impossibility because it is a mirror image of itself. But let's see how the game plays out. The first round was very aggressive. There was a lot of respawns. I think what did we have? 52 to 79 respawns, which is pretty high numbers of respawns for a 10-minute game. So I could hear a grenade going off there, and I heard someone call hit. Oh yeah, it looks like we've got a grenade kill there. That was cool. Does certainly appear that the blue or red team are respawning more, so it does appear that green are still being quite dominant. We have a green player out at the moment, back in the safe zone. I don't know if he's got a gun issue or what. Maybe that'll give the red team a chance to push up a little bit. Looks like we've got a couple of greens respawning now. So maybe red are having a little bit of a better round. Well, as I say that, we've just had 3 red players come in to respawn all at once. So I don't know if that was a grenade kill or whether they just all got shot at once. The green are down to 5 players now, but it looks like their 6th player is entering the arena again, so they'll be back up to 6 players. It must have had a gun issue or forgot to load up, so he's walking back through with his arm up in the air back to his respawn. And there he goes. So yeah, he's now back in the game. So we're about 3 minutes in, 7 minutes remaining. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, let us know in the chat who you think's going to win. Let us know what you think of the stream. Unfortunately, we can't get the stream on Facebook at the moment for some reason. We used to stream it on Facebook, but for some reason it's playing around. It's just not liking us at the moment. I don't know why. They've obviously changed something on Facebook, one of the permissions, so we need to have a look at that and find out why. We'll get that running for the future streams. But at the moment we are live on Twitch and Facebook, and wow, every member of the green team is in their spawn area by the looks of it. So our reds having a bit of a comeback. There's one red player respawning to all of the green players, so our reds having a final little push now. Let us know what you think. If you're viewing this live, drop in the chat. Let us know what you think of the stream. Let us know what you think of the teams playing. Who do you think is going to win? I think we've had a reverse now, so now all of the red team are back in their spawn. So went from all of the green in theirs respawn to all of the red in theirs. So it's a bit of a trade-off. I almost think the green are going to win this again. I think they've been a bit stronger again still. So let us know. Let us know what you think. It looks like our marshal that stepped in as a player just got shot in the groin, which is unfortunate, but quite funny at the same time. So yeah, our in-game marshal there that has now stepped in as a player, just to try and even the sides out, did just get shot in the private, so she's going to be feeling that one later. Cracking shot to whoever done that. Well done, thank you. Okay, so if you're on Facebook, I've just put the link up on our Facebook page to our Twitch channel. And I've put it on our Kill House group as well, so if you're interested in coming down and playing in the Kill House, we do have a 308 Sniper Kill House group on Facebook, as well as our 308 Sniper Airsoft pages, so check them out on Facebook. We're also on Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, the whole shebang, but check that out. If you want to book in, I'll put the link in the chat as well. But it's simply book. Sorry, 308sniper.simplybook.it. I'll put that in the chat. Get yourself booked in on one of our games. I think we've got games running all this week, so we run games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights, 5 till 9, and then we have games on a Saturday and Sunday, 9 till 6. But you can book a half day, either morning or afternoon. So morning session is 9 till 1. Afternoon session is 2 till 6. We have a calf on site as well, So if you're booking a full day, you do get lunch included. I've put the link there in the chat if you're wanting to get booked in. But let's have a look. We've got nearly 7.5 minutes gone. Coming up to 8 minutes gone, so a couple of minutes left in this game, 10-minute game. Who do you think's going to win this one? Let us know if you're watching. I think it's been a lot more even than it was on the first round. It's not been quite as fast paced and as aggressive as it was on the first round. They went fully for it on the first round. There's been some cracking trade-offs and shots. I think we might have to go back and clip some of these trade-offs. We need to spend some time going back through our previous streams and pulling out the funny moments and best shots. But I've got a feeling that Green are going to win this again. Green seem to be respawning a lot less. So yes, how are we looking now? We've got a couple of reds in respawn, or blues, whichever way you want to call it. Green are just all pushed out now. I still think Green are going to win this. They definitely seem to be a lot stronger, despite having the addition of the Marshal joining them. I think it still looks like it's a Green win. I might be wrong. We've said it before on the stream, who we think's going to win. As I say that, again, all four, well, there's 4 of the players, 4 of the 6 Greens in their respawn. So at the moment, Red are actually being the stronger team, but I think overall it's probably going to be a Green win. But let's see. We've got 15 seconds left, so we're in the last 15 seconds. So they're just going for their final push. Last few seconds now. And we should see the flash of game over. And there we are. That is game. That is game over. Game over. So let's wait for them to get back out of the arena. And we will see who won that. Let us know quickly in the chat if you're on there who you think won. I've got a feeling it's probably a Green win, but I'm going to have to wait till the Marshal comes out and lets us know the respawn count. Just waiting for the Marshal to give me the feedback on the respawns, and we'll find out who won that game. I'm still thinking it was a Green win, but hopefully she gets the scores in a minute and we'll confirm that. Yeah, so that was a Green win. Again, 35 respawns to the Green, 61 to the Red, and bonus points to the Green because they managed to shoot the Marshal in the private. So well done, bonus points there. There's always bonus points up for grabs if you shoot our in-game Marshal today. She loves being shot, especially in the private. So well done there. I don't know which Red player done that, but sorry, Green player. Sorry, it was a Green player that done that. So well done, congratulations, gold star for you. So next game will probably be two-shooter flip. I've just got the in-game marshal here with me now, just recovering from her private shot. So how did it feel to be shot in the privates?
It was double tap, not just
Double
once,
well,
twice.
That's a treat for a young lady. double tap in the privates. So yeah, congratulations to the player that done that.
That was Simon.
Points.
That was Simon.
Well done, Simon. You've earned yourself a free slush puppy. Come down and grab that in the cafe. You've won yourself a slush puppy on us. Well done, well done. Next game hopefully will be starting in a few minutes. Two-shooter flip. Lins will be up and starting that game in just a moment. So yeah, two-shooter flip is going to be the next game. So the idea of this game is you have to shoot the targets to illuminate them, and you have to flip them into your colour. So if you're on the green team, make the targets green. If you're on the red team or the blue armbands, you need to shoot the targets to make them red, and then hold them for as long as possible. It will also calculate your number of respawns and divide that as a percentage against your targets held. So you can lose the game by respawning too much, or you can lose the game by not having enough targets in your colour. So we'll get this game started in just a few minutes. There is still bonus points out there for shooting the marshal. The next cracking shot on the marshal gets another free slush puppy. So let's see how we get on with that. Let us know what you think of the new arena layout as well. So we've changed it around. It is now a mirror image of itself. So it shouldn't make any difference which end you start from. It is asymmetrical. So you shouldn't have any advantage or disadvantage from one end or the other. But we always play the games one way and then play it the other way. As some people think there is still an advantage one way or the other. But let us know. If you're in the safe zone there watching the stream, you can jump on the chat. If you've got Twitch on your phones or YouTube, just pull up the stream and you can chat back to us. It'd be good to hear some of your comments. Let us know what you think of the arena layout. Okay, so players just getting ready to go out again. We'll be starting the game in a couple of minutes' time. So bear with us while the players just get ready to go. Two-shot flip, so they'll be flipping the targets into their colour as well as respawning, using the respawn counters in the arena as well. So it looks like a couple of them are just having smoke breaks, and then we'll be getting going in just a minute. Okay, so Master was just explaining the game, and then we'll be going out shortly. So just another couple of minutes, and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, so they're still getting themselves ready. I know I said a couple of minutes, but it's going to be a couple of minutes more. And then we're going out for a game of two-shooter flip. So if you're watching on the stream, this is a game where they have to flip the targets into their team's colour and hold the targets in their colour for as long as possible. So there's 20 targets out in the arena. They need to flip them into their team's colour. So green obviously making green. And the ones with the blue armband are actually the red team, so they have to flip them into the red colour. The targets count how many milliseconds have been held on each target, and will give a overall time for the arena that the target's been held. That will then make an equation by how many respawns they've had as well. So you can lose the game by having too many respawns, or you can lose it by not holding enough of the arena. So it's a compromise between running overly aggressive and respawning loads, and holding the arena at the same time. So let's see how they get on. Greens have been dominant so far and have won the first two games. Our in-game Marshall is again playing on the red team. Obviously she didn't help them much last round because they still lost. So let's see if they can pull it back on this next round. Now that the targets come into play and it's not so much gun-ho. So a couple more minutes and we'll be getting out. If you're watching the stream, let us know in the comments who you think is going to win this one. Do you think green are going to stay dominant? Or do you think red team are going to pull it back on this game? If you're in the safe zone and you're waiting to go out, you can jump on Twitch or YouTube. Drop in the comments. Let us know how you think the games are going. Let us know who you think the stronger team's going to be overall today. Okay, so it looks like our first players entering the arena. Are they just testing something out? Not sure, but it looks like the players are almost ready to go. So we're almost there, and we'll be on to the game. Yeah, 2 more players entering the arena. So yeah, it looks like we're about to start games off. Oh, I apologise about the creaky chair. Okay, so yeah, they've got one guy that's just being chronoed in the arena while the others get into place. He's going to try out a new gun, so there'll be a short delay, but hopefully in the time it takes the rest of them to go out here, the marshal will get them chronoed at the same time. Let's get the arena cams up for you. Here we go. So that's them just getting into place. And you'll see in the middle camera there, you can just see the gun being chronoed just at the bottom of that image. So hopefully that's just a quick chrono. Yeah, that's all good to go. So looks like the reds are all in place, ready to go. It's the greens that are holding us up. Come on, greens. Let's get out there. And then we can get this game started. So just 2 more players to come out in the arena, 3 more players. Come on, Matt, get yourself out there. 2 more players. Those pesky greens. Might be the quickest out in the arena, but the slowest to get out there. So reds are in. Discussing tactics. Still a couple more greens to go, and then we'll be getting the game started. So last 2 coming out now. It's the speed softers. They're not very speedy today. All dressed as speed softers, but acting very slowly to get out. Come on, guys. Last 2. Out you go. There we go. They're in the arena. We might have a game starting now. Okay, so let's see. We're 6v6. So we're going to run these 2 games. So 2 games of 2-shooter flip, and then the guys are going to break for lunch. So we've got 2 more games. Hopefully we'll turn these ones around quite quickly. Get lunch done and we'll be back this afternoon. But 2-shooter flip now. Let us know who you think's going to win. Will greens keep up the dominance, or will reds find their mojo and collar it back? We'll find out in just a moment. Marshall's just setting them all up in place. Marshall's the one with the purple mask on there. One with the radio in her hand. She's just heading back. So she's going to start the game going on the tablet in just a second. Yeah, she's in the safe zone now. She's just going to set the game mode going. So here we go. You can see the arena lights flashing. So we're 3, 2, 1, and we're game on. Game on. So reds are straight out. Greens, it took greens so long to get out in the arena. I don't think they knew what was going on. So they're slowly starting to go out. We've got a green respawn already. Okay, so that's a turnaround. So it was red that were respawning first on the last 2 games, and green a bit slow out of the blocks this time. Maybe they burnt themselves out on the first 2 games. In terms of targets, though, it's fairly even. You should be able to see their red shooter and green shooter. So reds are just pipping it at the moment. They're holding the most amount of targets just by 1 or 2. As I say, that went completely even, but it is just eking ahead on the reds there. And again, as I said, that now greens are holding 12 to 8. So maybe greens are just starting to warm up. Yeah, greens are flying the other way now. 13 to 7. Yeah, so let's have a look. Oh, Marshall's doing a little dance there in the respawn. Looks like she's got shot in the hand or something. Been shot somewhere. But there we go. She's back out. It does look like red are respawning a little bit more now that the game started. So maybe green have found their mojo. Maybe they are slow to start, but they were straight back into it. Got one green player there respawning, but red's a flurry of respawns at the moment. At the moment, I'm going to say this is probably another green dominancy. I think we might have to flip the teams around this afternoon. Let us know what you think. I think definitely green are being the more aggressive team. I mean, the targets are fairly even again now. It was 10-10. Back to 8-9. Reds are coming back on the targets, but I've got a feeling Reds might lose on the number of respawns. Let's see how they get on. Oh, we had a green player there, didn't respawn using the spawn button, so I'm just going to report that through to the marshal. Yeah, so just had a word with the in-game marshal. A couple of green players there pretending to respawn, but not pressing the button properly. So just been reminded about that. So as said that, the two just come in now, which weren't the actual other two that are doing it. They've just respawned. There we go. They've all pressed the button this time. So we've got a couple of green respawns to add on top of the final score, but we can do that manually. The first time we say it's just forgotten about, that it's a new concept for players pressing a respawn button, so that's why we monitor it by the cameras. And normally once they've been told once, they carry on doing it. But we just make sure we don't get any cheats. There's no point playing if you're going to cheat, but I think in this case it was a genuine mistake. They were coming back, they were respawning correctly, they just weren't pressing the button, so hopefully they've grasped that now. We shall see. And no, he's still not pressing the button. Will he press it before he leaves? No, he hasn't. So let me just get that reminded through. So yeah, we'll get that sorted out. Same player there, I think, has respawned 4 times without pressing the button. So we will add that on the score on the end. Will he press it this time? No, he hasn't. Still hasn't. No, he hasn't. So that's 5 respawns. He's not respawning using that button. So it is important they do that. It is part of the game, and it does count their respawn targets up. and it can make a difference to the end positioning on the game. We're 6 minutes in, we've got 4 minutes remaining. So basically the way this game works, every time they respawn, it'll count up how many respawns they've had, but it will use it as a division against the number of seconds they've held on the target. So they can lose the game by having too many respawns equally. So it's important that they do respawn using the buttons, as it forms part of the game. So we'll get the player spoken to that's at fault, and make sure that he's aware of what he's doing or not doing. It could be just a genuine error that he doesn't know that he needs to press it, but he should do now. Their third game in. But Green are absolutely smashing it, 19-1. I think Green are definitely going to win again. I think we're going to definitely have to mix the teams up this afternoon. Greens are absolutely on it. Obviously, the respawn button will make a difference as well. Yeah, maybe just not. He's not aware of it. I don't know. So, last couple of minutes we're coming up to. Nearly 8 minutes gone. Green are still definitely dominating. We'll have to see how we fare on the respawns. I've counted 9 missed respawns now for the green team. So we'll add that on at the end. Let's have a look, see where we're going now. I mean, it's still... Greens are definitely holding it on the targets, but they can lose on the fact that they're respawning more. Obviously, if they press the respawn button, so we need to make sure that they are pressing it each time. But Greens are definitely doing a better job at holding their half of the arena of targets. Let's have a look. Looks like one of the greens was coming into the red spawn there to apologise or say well done for the shot. It was all friendly. That's good. We like that when people come in and congratulate for a shot. So, yeah, he's still not pressing that button. That's yeah, we're getting him sorted out. Okay, so, but the rest of them seem to be pressing the button, so that's fine. And they all seem to be calling their hits, which is good. So it is a new concept, the respawn button. So it is education, getting people to use it. It is a bizarre thing to have to do. Not many places do it. And actually, just pressed the respawn button for the first time there. So well done. Maybe the Marshal managed to get hold of him. The Marshal is playing in this game to even the sides out, try and help the Reds out. Not that it's working. Because Greens are absolutely smashing it, 15-5 as we're in the last 20 seconds. So let's see how we're going. Last 15 seconds, last 10 coming up. Reds are just all respawning at the moment, so Greens are definitely smashing it. I think we're going to have to mix the sides up, as I say, this afternoon. But yeah, it's good. Some good gameplay out there. Some cracking shots. And as I say that, it's game over. Game over. So they're just clearing their guns, heading back to the safe zone, and we'll get the final scores in. Let's see who won. I think it's going to be a green win, to be honest. But we'll see what the Marshal says when they get back. Okay, Linz, if you can let me know the scores. It says that Green won, but if you can give me the respawn counts. We need to add on 13 respawns to Green because I believe it was Matt that failed to respawn properly 13 times. He didn't press the button. So how many green respawn? Sorry. So yeah. So red team 39 respawns, green 64 plus their 13. So they're cheating respawns. I don't think they're cheating. I just need to know they need to press the button. So it made 77 respawns for the green. So green would definitely had a few more respawns there, but they did win on reveal time overall anyway. So even if we had in the extra respawns, they still would have won. So that's all good. So we're going to get you swapped around, get them reloaded, hydrated, and they get out for one more game. I think they're going to play one more before lunch. So give us about 5-10 minutes as they get themselves ready, and we'll get out for the next game. Okay, so yeah, they're going to do one more game of two-shooter flip. The opposite ends. See if red can pull it back this time round, and then we'll be off to lunch. But we will end the stream at lunchtime, and we will resume it again when they come back. So it will be an early lunch. Normally we finish at 1 for lunch, but they're going to have an early one, then have a longer afternoon session, which is all good. So roughly about an hour from when we finish streaming, the stream should come back. So we've got a couple of players in the arena already. The others are just getting themselves ready. So a couple more minutes and we shall have the next game going. So if you're watching on the chat, jump in there. Let us know who you think's going to win this next game. Do you think Greens are going to hold it strong, or do you think Reds are going to have a final comeback before lunch? If you're in the safe zone there and you're red team, come on, push hard this game. See if you can win one back. It's 3-0 to the Greens at the moment. So Reds, you need to start pushing a bit harder. Get out there, have fun. So we've got 2 green players in the arena waiting, and everyone else is in the safe zone, still getting themselves ready. So 2 lonely little soldiers out there, getting ready to go. Looks like a few of them are almost ready to get in there. So hopefully another minute or two and we'll get going. Okay, we have some movement. A couple more players entering the arena. 3 greens, 4 greens, 1 red. So we're getting there. Last few stragglers still to go. I think our in-game Marshal's going to play this game as well, just to keep it 6v6. She's having a good time out there. She had a couple of neck shots, and she got double tapped in the privates earlier, which is always funny to see. We'll try and get a replay of that. There's been a few funny shots this game, so I'll try and I'll keep saying it, but at some point we'll go back through the footage and get some of the funny shots out and see what we can make of them. That was a cracker of a shot. Kai's got what looks like a hickey on his neck from a neck shot. I'm just waiting for the last few still to come out though. We've got 4 greens out already. Looks like it's the reds we're waiting for. Come on, Reds. Get yourselves out there. Yeah, so last 3. I think one of them is Kai. Come on, Kai, move your backside. Get yourself out of there. Not sure who the other 2 are. Brad's just going out by the looks of. The other one's got his back to me. I can't see who it is. No, they're all moving now. So let's get the cameras over to the arena and see all the players are pretty much in place. We're just about to start the game going. So if you're watching, get on the chat. Let us know who you think's going to win this one. Do you think we're going to have another green win, or will Reds find their mojo now on the last game before lunch? Let us know what you think. You know, Greens have been very strong the last 3 games, so I'll be surprised if they don't win, or if it's not very close at least. But Reds have got some strong players on there as well, so you know, I don't understand why it's been so one-sided, but maybe the green team have just found their feet a bit quicker. But here we go. We're going to get game start in any second. You should see the lights flash. There we go. And 3, 2, 1, and we've got game on. So jump on the chat. Let us know who you think's going to win this one. Okay, so let's see how this game pans out. Get on the chat, let us know what you think. We've got a few respawns already. Green are shooting into the lead. They are winning on the targets at the moment. Only just so. Red are getting up there. As I say, that went equal, but no, Greens are back in the lead. I think Reds are respawning more again as well. So it does look like Greens are holding it again. They certainly seem to be doing a more sterling job. So I think we might have to mix these teams up this afternoon after lunch. But let us know what you think. There definitely are more respawns on the red team there, I'm sure of it. Let's just watch these respawns. Yeah, so that green player just respawned correctly. Let's see if they've all grasped it now. Yeah. I think those guys were last time anyway. But yeah, they are respawning correctly, which is good to see. Let's make sure they all do the same. Reds have definitely got the grasp of it. Well, Reds have spent so much time in the respawn, they should know how to respawn. They're definitely getting their respawn numbers up there, and they're certainly hit. The Greens are definitely dominating on the target, 17-3 at the moment. Another green player just respawned. That's good, he respawned correctly. You'll see on the respawn walls there's a little white light. So when they respawn, they press that button and the light goes out. But we also get to see the trigger, the other end, as he makes it obvious that he's pressed the respawn button for the first time. Well done, Matt. You've learnt how to respawn at 308. So it is a new concept. It's not all his fault. You know, people are just used to coming tapping the wall. They're not used to pressing the respawn button. But because we use electronic targets and uniquely we use these respawn buttons, it does make a difference in the scoring of the game. So it is important that they use it. But people get used to it eventually. Normally you find the first couple of games people aren't used to doing it. So that's why we've got the bright light on there. But the bright light works for us so we can see it on the cameras, but we also see the trigger down here, so in the comms room, so we can see if they're actually pressing it or if they're just trying to cover up the lights. So we can spot any cheats, as well as all the cameras up there. Keep an eye on what's going on in the gameplay. Looks like Brad's just got one on the arm there. He's rubbing it. There in the respawn area. He's now checking his arm out, checking his little war wound. I mean, he's brave playing in t-shirt. I wouldn't play in a t-shirt upstairs. It's a fair play to him. I'll try and cover up as much skin as possible. It's definitely in CQB. But there's a couple of them up there in short sleeve. There's Kai there, just respawning for the red or the blue team, whatever you want to call it. They're definitely respawning more the reds. I mean, the targets are fairly even now. It was 10-10. I mean, it's green's favour at the moment, slightly. But every single one of the red players are in their spawn at the moment. Let's see if they can get pushed out. There's a few green players in spawn. And they're all counting their 5-second respawn, which is good. So, I think Greens have just been the stronger team today. It's been the case on the last few streams. It's whoever's been on the green team have been good. You see some of the players counting to 5 there on the camera as well. It looks like another guy in the green team there's had an arm shot. Well done. They're all respawning again. So I don't know if Matt's got an unfortunate one to the private, so he's rolling around in the spawn area. Let me just check with the in-game marshal. Marshal's just there checking on the player on the floor. Looks like he's had one to the back of the knee, or something's up with the back of his knee. I think he's just got a shot there. We'll find out from the marshal in a second what's going on. He might be just being a wuss. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so yeah, he's all good. He's actually got up and played while I was checking there. He just got one to the back of the leg by the looks of it, to the back of the knee. So quite a painful area to get a shot. And it was actually our in-game marshal that's playing on this game that shot him in the back of the knee. So she caused it, and she had to go and check he was all right. He was being a bit melodramatic as well, but it was a nasty shot. There's certain areas on the body that hurt. If you're on the chat, get in there. Let us know where the worst place you've ever been shot. Obviously, nut shots are up there. Neck shots suck. Certain finger shots really suck. And obviously, the back of the knee sucks. But it's still green. I've got pretty much all 20 targets at the moment, or 17 to 3, 18 to 2. They're bouncing up there. I think green have smashed this one. We're coming up to 7.5 minutes in, so 3/4 distance. 2.5 minutes to go. I can't see reds coming back from this. I think this is going to be a green win again. I think they have smashed it. But if you are watching, let us know what you think. You can comment on the stream if you got Twitch or YouTube. While we're live, you can drop your comments in. So let us know what you think of the stream so far. Still a green dominancy on there. 2 minutes to go. As I say, that red just fought back a little bit, but it was just a little flurry. Reds are definitely coming back and respawning more. It looks like all the shots are honest though. I can't see any cheating going on. Everyone seems to be calling it. It's funny, you look at the stream and there's certain players that always take the same direction out of spawn. All going the same way every time. So we're coming up to the last minute and 15 seconds. Looks like we've got a red player tucked in there. So on that middle camera, one of the green speed softy looking players was coming down and taking a position behind the half wall. So Lucy, I think that is, had taken up position there, I think ready to take him out when he comes back down, but he hadn't come back down, so she's moved on now. Greens are all in their respawn at the moment. The targets are equal. Reds are just having a bit of a resurgence by the looks of it, but I think it's short-lived again. Reds seem to have this little flurry where they get the targets back and then they'll get shot and all come back to their respawn again. So yeah, I think we're going to see a green win. We've got 20 seconds left. Last 20 seconds. Let's see who wins this one. We're still 14 to 6 on the targets at the moment, but it means nothing because it's how many seconds. So now 10 seconds remaining. Last 5 seconds. Let's see who wins. And there we go. Yeah, as I thought, it's a green win. Green have just smashed it today. So green win. I'll find out how many respawns in just a moment. As they all head out back to the safe zone. Let me radio into the marshal. Yeah, so green 45 respawns to 64 red, and green did hold the targets the longest time anyway, so respawning wasn't as much of a factor in that one. It was all about how long the targets were held. Greens held for about 76% by the looks of the statistics there, of the time that the targets were held in the green. So so Greens definitely dominated again, and I think that was their last game before lunch. I will check with the marshal, but I think that's their last game before lunch. They're going to have an early lunch, and we'll get started the afternoon session early. But let me just double check that's what's happening. Okay, so that is the games for this morning. The guys are going to dip out and have an early lunch. We'll probably start the stream a little bit earlier. There'll be no safety briefing or chrono in this afternoon because all the guys and girls that are here are for a full day session. It is the APA that are playing today, the Apocalypse team. So I think they have a channel on Facebook as well. So check them out. But they go by the APA. So we've got a group of them in today. So check them out. But yeah, we're going to break for lunch. We're going to end the stream here, and we'll be back later on this afternoon to stream this afternoon's game. So we'll catch you there. Hopefully we'll get rid of the bugs with Facebook by then, and we'll be able to bring it on Facebook as well as YouTube and Twitch. But I think Zuckerberg's being a dick still, so for some reason we can't get it on the privacy settings for Facebook all of a sudden for some reason. Looks like they've done some sort of update, so I'll work on that over lunch. But either way, we'll be back on Twitch and YouTube this afternoon, so we shall see you then.